Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to the BTM channel. And in today's video, we're going to be going over my top player props for NFL Week 18, last week of the NFL season. Gotta finish it out with a bang. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, so starting it off, we're obviously starting with these Saturday games. We're gonna be starting off with the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Baltimore Ravens. And the player prop I'm loving most in this game, I only have one that I really like in this game, and that is Mason Rudolph over 191.5 passing yards. Again, like I said, I am filming this on Friday, so again, there's obviously going to be more player props that keep coming out. So just expect me, I'll only have certain players. I'm sure as, Saturday, Sunday, there'll be more that come up. But nonetheless, first player prop I like is Mason Rudolph over 191 passing yards. And obviously he's playing the Ravens. The Ravens are sitting their starters, and I get the Ravens are, first, they're first against the pass. But again, like I said, they're gonna be sitting some of those guys. And this is a game for Pittsburgh. They pretty much have to win this game to have any chance of making the playoffs. So I expect the Steelers here. We've seen it in the last 2 weeks. Mason Rudolph has thrown for like 290 passing yards and 300 passing yards. So I would expect to see him go off here once again. And then on to the next Saturday game. I'm liking 3 players in this game. I'm loving. So this has got to be the Houston versus Indianapolis Colts game. And I'm loving Devin Singletary over 63.5 rushing yards. The Colts rank 30th against the run, as well as Devin Singletary also has a incentive for this game where if he gets, I think it's like, I don't know if it's like 60 rushing yards or something like that, he gets a bonus of like $250,000. So, of course, the team is probably, they're going to be trying to win this game flat out because they got to win it to, go to the playoffs. But that will definitely be an added incentive. And also, he has hit this in 3 out of the last 5, and now he has a really favorable matchup. So I really like Devin Singletary in this matchup. Next guy I got is Gardner Minshew over 33.5 pass attempts. And again, this is another one of those games for the Colts. They're gonna pretty much have to win this game to move on to the playoffs, or it's gotta be a very crucial game for them. And I would definitely expect them to be passing the ball quite a bit against Houston. I think they're going to have to keep up with Houston. I think this is going to be just one of those higher scoring games. And I definitely like Gardner Minshew over 33.5 pass attempts. And then going over to the opposing side, I love CJ Stroud over 21.5 completions. Last week you saw him, they blew out the Titans and he still hit this line. He's hit this line in 3 out of the last 5 games. Unless this is a blowout game, I would expect him to easily hit this line. This is one of my favorite lines of the week. You definitely want to take CJ Stroud over 21.5 pass completions. And moving on to Sunday, we got, kind of scattered in these games. First game up, though, we got is Minnesota versus Detroit. I have 3 guys I like in this game, and my first player's got to be Nick Mullins over 257.5 passing yards. I'm loving this line. I mean, he again, this is Minnesota has a very small chance to make the playoffs, but they're got to be trying to win this game, of course. So, last time he played the Lions, he threw for 411 yards. So I would expect him to have to pass the ball a lot again. Of course, right now there's no attempts for him to see, like 34.5 pass attempts. We'll see if that comes out, but right now his passing yards is just way too low considering he threw for 400 against them 2 weeks ago. So you definitely want to take Nick Mullins in this game, as well as Ty Chandler under 44.5 rushing yards. This is just a terrible matchup. Detroit ranks number 1 against the run, and Ty Chandler last game they played against him again. This was like 2-3 weeks ago. He had 21 rushing yards. So you do not want to take Ty Chandler in this game. He is not going to be a big factor. You're going to want to pass on Ty Chandler or take the under. And then my final player for this game is going to be Jahmyr Gibbs over 54.5 rushing yards. He's hit this line like 3 out of the last 5 games. The only times he hasn't hit it is whenever he has like extremely difficult matchups, like he missed it last week against Dallas. But again, last time he played Minnesota, he hit this line, and again, I would expect him to hit it here again. I have a feeling it'll be a close game, or they're gonna blow him out. So I would definitely think Gibbs is gonna be getting quite a few carries and quite a few chances to get to that rushing yards total. And then the next guy up I got is Rachaad White in the Tampa Bay versus Carolina Panthers game. I have him over 18.5 rush attempts. This line's just too low. He's hit this in 4 out of the last 5 games. You've seen they've started to feed him, and now he is playing the Carolina Panthers, who rank dead last against the run. This is a fantastic matchup for him. And yeah, you're definitely going to want to take this line. Okay, and the next game we got is Chicago versus Green Bay. And in this game, I got Jordan Love over 247.5 passing yards. Of course, Green Bay, this game is, very important for them to make it to the playoffs. I believe they have to win it. I'm not for sure on that, but it's a big game for him. And Jordan Love, last time he played them, he had 245 passing yards, but it was a little bit more lopsided affair. He didn't have to pass as much. But like I said, in this matchup, I think he's going to have to pass it a lot. The Bears have looked a lot better, and I think it's got to be a more evenly paced game. And as well as Jordan Love also has an incentive for this game. He has like a $2 million bonus if he wins this game and they go to the playoffs. So you best believe Jordan Love's got to be wanting to throw that football as much as possible. So I really like Jordan Love in this game. And yeah, you're definitely going to want to take Jordan Love over 247.5 passing yards. Next game up we got is Seattle versus Arizona. I only got one player for this game, and that is going to be James Conner over 70.5 rushing yards. We saw Najee Harris absolutely destroy Seattle last week, and we've also seen, James Conner honestly take on some tough matchups, and he's been running pretty freaking well lately. And Seattle, like I said, they are ranked 28th against the run. It's an easy matchup for him, and I would definitely be taking James Conner for sure. And here we go, final game of Week 18, final game of the NFL regular season. We got Tyreek Hill over 96.5 receiving yards. Of course, this is the Buffalo versus Miami Sunday night game. This is, pretty much both these teams are competing for either the playoffs completely for Buffalo, or they're competing for, the second seed. So, it's an important game. Tyreek Hill also has an incentive, and of course, this probably messed up joke, but his house just burned down. He's got to want to be trying to get as much money as possible, as well as Waddle is questionable right now, so I would definitely keep an eye on that, because I honestly would expect Waddle to end up playing this game. I just think it's too important for him not to, but we'll see, because this could get bumped or it could go down. We don't know. But yeah, those are my NFL Week 18 player props. Let me know what y'all think about those in the comment section down below. Let me know if you guys got anything else you guys like for this week. And without further ado, make sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.